Natacha Stutz of Denmark being led out by Candice Cadronet of France. The first gold medals of the year decided here in Nimes in France. Stade de France Nimes Archery Tournament. It will be the under-21 compound women's gold. To be decided. The judge on the shooting line ready to get us underway.
Both these athletes, 18 years old. Stutz is very highly experienced. She's a cadet world silver medalist. She shot on the World Cup circuit. She's the number 5 seed here today. Her opponent is the number 2 seed, only has youth experience.
Time to find out who is going to get the first gold medal of 2022. Candice Cadronet starts us off with a lovely 10. Going up against Natacha Stutz of Denmark, pulling it left into the 9. No changes, no adjustments to the bow though, just yet.
So Cadronet really has found her centre and looking very confident.
Can't do better than that. So dialing into the centre eventually, Natacha Stutz, but what a start from Candice Cadronet from France, John. She has opened up a 2-point lead already.
Well, she stood out there like she owned the place, didn't she? Her form looked brilliant. There were no shakes. Her shot timing was great. Stutz did not look confident. She didn't look good. But the guy stood next to her. If there's anyone who can sort out her brain and get her into this match, it's Martin Damsbo.
That's incredible that Damsbo is out there in Nîmes. Apart from perhaps he's been shooting in the senior event, which has been going on over the last couple of days.
Yeah, he shot brilliant. He was like number 4 in qualifying. But he does do a lot of coaching with the Danish team.
You're listening to the dulcet tones of John Knott there from GB Archery, who's giving us her expert opinion here in Nîmes. Time for end number 2 here in the compound women's gold medal match. Stutz of Denmark trailing by 2. Close one, that.
Stutz needs to find that 10 soon, or her opponent's just going to race away here the way she's shooting. Ooh, first miss there.
Looks like a potential 10, that third one. Marked as a 9. And that one looks like it's just about clipped the line. Now, I'm not 100% convinced the first arrow from Candice Cadronet was a 10, John. The shadows you were talking about, perhaps playing their tricks on me. Do you think it was a 9 or a 10?
I think that was good. I think she definitely had a 10 on that first arrow. Just pulled the line.
Well, the Dane's last arrow marked for a measure here. She 9-9-10'd in the first end. Is she going to 9-9-10 in the second? Those first and third arrows marked for a measure from Cadronet as well here. So the target judge has a little bit of work to do here, measuring 3 arrows to get our confirmed scores. At the moment, it's provisionally a 59 for Cadronet. The question is it a 57 or a 56 for Stutz? 10-9-9 marked for Cadronet. So that's a strange one. The last arrow being marked as a 9 there by the looks of things. It was originally marked as an 8, so a 28 for Cadronet. If I'm reading that right.
No, 29.
Well, like Candice Cadronet, we wait with bated breath for confirmation of the scores. Looks like we're ready to go. Into the third, it's a 59, plays 56 in the end, so a 3-point deficit for Natacha Stutz, who'll shoot first in the third.
Stutz starting to settle down and find what she needs in this match. That one's just sitting under, so that's 2 points back so far now for Stutz.
So best score so far in the third for Stutz, a 29. And looks like a 28 for Cadronet, again subject to confirmation. But that potentially puts us on 88 versus 87, if I'm right here. We look on and we wait for the target judge to confirm the scores. Damsbo having a good chat with Stutz there. And the French coach also passing on his wisdom here. What will the coaches be saying here, John?
They're just going to be, they'll probably know what the athlete likes to hear and likes to be reminded of. Some athletes don't want to talk about the actual process. Some want to be reminded of it. So it's really important that whoever you're with out there is, you know what they want and what they like to hear and what's going to help. This isn't the time to be starting to actually coach people. You're out there more as a guide and a supporter.
We'll wait for the scores to come back in, but I think there has been a markup for Cadronet here. And I think we're going to go into this fourth set with the score deficit being exactly the same for Stutz, 3 points. Wait for that to pop up onto our screens. Time for set number 4. Stutz trailing by 3. Needs to close the gap up in this 4th set. Pops it into the 9. So another opportunity for the French archer to open the score here.
Stutz just missing out there. Doesn't look settled on the line still. Cadronet really looking to cement this win now.
27's opened the door for a big lead here. A comforting blanket. Another 10 for a 29. And a 5-point lead going into the final end here is a massive swing for Cadronet. John, she held on to that second shot for an awfully long time. There were a couple of movements, both shoulders and arms, but Cadronet still able to pop it into the 10.
Absolutely. When she actually got the release aid to break and go off, her sight must have been right over the middle of the compound bow. The arrows tend to go where the dot is aiming, as they say. So she's got that dot right on the middle when the release aid breaks. Whereas Stutz still is looking unsettled, inconsistent on what she's doing, and it's just her body language. She doesn't look confident.
As you said earlier on, who better to have in the box than the very experienced Martin Damsbo talking to Natacha Stutz. Candice Cadronet looking very much at home in this tournament, very confident. Getting perhaps her first experience of being under the big lights and being in front of the cameras. French archer on home soil, leading by 5 going into the 5th. Natacha Stutz of Denmark. Target number 1 will shoot first.
Still not managing to keep a run of 10s going, Stutz, and without that, there's no way back for her.
Yeah, especially with shots like that from Cadronet. Silver medal beckons with that 28 to finish and a 140. And a 10 for Cadronet. She marched away with this in the 4th, and she has gone on to take the gold medal, the first of 2022 here in Nimes. Candice Cadronet taking it 146 to 140 for the compound women's gold medal in the youth division here in Nimes. Well, a case of Natacha Stutz there not really dialing into the centre quick enough, John.
Absolutely. I don't really think at any point she really found her centre either. She only had one end that was better than 28 points, and that was on the third with the 29. And still then, Cadronet gave up nothing. To be honest, Cadronet just bullied away to victory in that match and didn't give Stutz anything.
Yeah, that's the thing, a tale of two archers there. Natacha Stutz struggling to get into the centre. Candice Cadronet looking composed and confident, building up the lead from the beginning, and then just seeing it through. Biggest gap being made in the fourth end. Cadronet taking the first gold medal of 2022 on the international archery circuit, beating Natacha Stutz 146 to 140.